All right, everybody, we're back with another episode. Um, Today we are dog off of betting. We're what we are. I always like to do a brief description when we start our podcast, in case you're new. We're just a group of bet buddies. We like to just make some group bets, single bets together, talk about sports, talk about betting. There's several of us. There's like 6 or 7 of us. Few of the other ones aren't here, obviously. They'll be in and out as the season goes on, and we talk about this stuff. But this is who we have tonight. We got Sideways Jarvie, we got Parlay Puffin. If you please give us a like and a follow down below. We also have a Twitter page at Dog Awful Betting. We like to tweet out some sports bets, parlays, and some just random sports stuff as well. So give us a follow there as well as we try to build up our brand here and hopefully, you know, become more relevant. But today we're going to talk about the NFC North. We're going to talk about the what each team's over under, if we think they're going to hit their over under numbers, and who we think is ultimately going to win a division, and just go into little information about other tidbits of information on the NFC North as well. So we'll get started. Let's start with Sideways Jarvie. What do you got for us there?
All right. Well, this division here is a fun one, and I'm going to come at a surprise to everyone. Probably when I say this, got Minnesota winning this division. I think that Green Bay is going to take a step back. I think Aaron Rodgers is really good. I mean, he's won MVP the last couple of years for a reason. But I do think that overall, the receiving core, I think the offense for Minnesota is better than Green Bay's. By that, I know that you've got Kirk Cousins throwing the ball, but
Jarvie, driving through that drive-through again, getting a
Kirk
cheeseburger.
Cousins can at least
Can't hear you,
throw the
Jarvie.
ball.
Stop
And
talking.
I
We
know
can't
that
hear you.
sometimes
Stop talking. We can't hear
I
you.
don't care.
Stop talking. We can't hear you. Go Puffy. Let's let Puffy talk for a minute so Shane can regroup here.
So I know he was picking Minnesota, but I'm gonna take Green Bay, and I think that they lost Devontae and they lost MVS, but do have Lazard, and I think with Jones and Dillon in the backfield, I think they have enough on offense. That Ricky Dowd or Dubes or however you say his name, I think he's going to be serviceable. I don't think he's going to be great, but I think he'll give them opportunity. I think Atari is actually scheduled to be ready to go week 1, which I think solidifies that offensive line for Rodgers a lot. And I think the Packers defense is just underrated. They're a good squad. They're a good defense. And I think that division with the Lions and the Bears is atrocious. And I think that the Vikings, while they have some offensive talent, once again, I take Rodgers over Kirk Cousins. And I just think, I know Rodgers hasn't done it in the playoffs, but I think that, I think Rodgers in the regular season is pretty damn good. And I think that, I just think that Jones and Dillon in the backfield, Lazard, and I think with that rookie wide receiver, I think they'll be okay. I think Robert Tonyan is going to be okay at the tight end position. I think he's going to give Rodgers another target, and I just think they're a better team than the Vikings. And I'm going to roll with the Packers. I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers until he can't do it anymore in that division. And, I mean, there's really not much for me on that one.
Okay. You hear me now?
Yeah, better. Let's go.
Yep.
All right. Like I was saying, I'm going Minnesota. I think that arguably they could have probably the best offense in the NFC, the whole NFC. And I just think that the wide receiving core that they have, I understand Kirk Cousins is Kirk Cousins, but he is still probably a top probably a top 6 quarterback in the NFC this
Whoa.
year. The NFC
Did
don't
you
have much.
stop? Did you
Yep.
just say the best offense in the NFC?
I think they arguably could have one of the best
Yeah,
offenses in the
yeah,
NFC.
very arguably. That's not going to happen, pal.
Give me some teams that you have over them offensively. Just
Cowboys,
offense.
Rams,
Eagles.
Saints. Not the Eagles because
Eagles.
they got Jalen Hurts. That ain't gonna happen.
Well, he has the Eagles going to the damn Super Bowl.
You guys, I
Whoa,
do,
whoa, whoa!
but you guys
When
don't.
was this? When was this prediction? You have the Eagles at the Super Bowl?
No,
He
I
said
didn't
they're the
say
best team
them.
in the
I did not
NFC.
have them in the Super Bowl. All I'm saying is that you guys think that Jalen Hurts ain't that good. Do
He's
you
not.
think Cousins is better than Hurts?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think the receiving core is better than Hurts has got
Yeah.
in Minnesota? All right.
Yeah.
So then, in their offense, better then?
Well, not you're saying it's going to be the best overall offense in the NFC. Absolutely
I
not.
said it's got arguably one of the best overall ones.
They
I
may
think
be.
that it
They
will
may
be.
be. No, they'll be at least fifth best at best.
All right. So top 5 offense. Okay. A top 5 offense.
Yeah.
And so,
Maybe six.
I mean,
Yeah. Go ahead. Go.
They are not the best offense.
I said arguably one of the better ones.
Yeah.
I
fair.
think that their receiving core, I think what their receiving core is unreal. I think it's really, really good. And so I think here's the deal. I think they're going to get 11 wins, and I think Green Bay is going to get 11 wins. And it's going to come down to whatever at the end. And so
They're called
I do
tiebreakers
think,
at the end.
yeah, I think it'll come down to the tiebreaker, and I think Minnesota is going to take it. But I've got 11 wins for both teams. I think both will be solid. They'll both be good. Rodgers is still going to be solid. He's still, like I said, he's an MVP the last 2 years for a reason. He's good. But I do think they lost some. And while they got different receiving core, they still don't have an offensive line. Aaron Rodgers never has an offensive line. He never will have an offensive line. And so, and Minnesota got him a new coach. Cousins has not got the same coach that he's had to deal with the last few years. I think that there's going to be confidence in him that he's not had before. And so just look out. I think the Vikings are the team that's going to take this division. They had 8 wins. I'm going 3 more that they had last year. So I'm going 11 wins for Minnesota, 11 wins for Green Bay, and 8 wins for Detroit, and 3 maybe for Chicago. They're terrible.
Okay. So I know I was giving you crap about overall best offense, but I too am taking the Vikings to win that division. I think I don't think they're going to have a number one offense by any means. I think they will have a very sufficient offense because I love Aaron Rodgers. He's Aaron Rodgers, obviously, but I think he regresses. And I don't want to say regresses, but I think without having Devontae there, their whole offensive scheme changes. I think, and I think that affects them in a bad way. He's not going to have that safety valve to. How many times last year did he?
Right.
Wasn't there like a 1 or 2 games where he just like went to Devontae like every other time to like
Yeah,
go win?
he lost in the NFC Championship game doing it, or the divisional game doing it.
Whatever, but even during the regular season, I think he did that, and they got a couple wins out of it that way. Like he's not gonna have that this year. So, like I said, I think like I love Aaron Rodgers, but I think he's got like a mental thing with him. Like he's not gonna trust his receivers like he does Devontae. You understand what I'm saying? Like I just like he's so accurate with the way he can pass it. Like Alan Lazard, he's nobody. Let's be honest. He's not anything great. So he's gonna mentally when Rodgers goes to throw that pass, mentally I just don't think he's gonna have that trust issue or have that trust in his receivers like he did with Devontae. So I think that changes how they go about scheming and winning some games and stuff like that. But I do think Vikings, with the addition of McConnell, he's an offensive guy from McVay. I think they will have a more efficient offense. I don't think they'll have a number one offense. they got the pieces. I'll give you that. They probably got the pieces for it, but I just think there's other offenses that are actually better. I mean, because they have a number one wide receiver, they have a number one running back, and Cousins, I believe, is good enough to make things to get things done. I'll give you that. But yeah, Bears. So Bears. I mean, Justin Fields, I think is awful. I think he's got a long ways to go.
I think he's a lot.
The Lions actually like the Lions suck, sure, but I feel like they could be competitive.
That Lions offense has pieces.
Yeah, I think they could be like a Amon
Jared
St.
Goff
Ra
is
or whatever his name is. I think he's pretty solid. I like that guy. Love DeAndre Swift. I think he's solid too. I mean, Jared
Hawkins.
Goff. I know he didn't really work out um, for Sean McVay, but he's a veteran starter in this league. Like he's been to a Super Bowl. Like I I I don't think they can win the division by any means. I don't think they're that well off. But I wouldn't be surprised if they get up to 8, 9 wins, potentially maybe hitting 10 to kind of give somebody a scare. It wouldn't surprise me, but ultimately, yeah, I got the Vikings winning the division.
Yeah. I mean, just one more thing to add on the Vikings. They don't just have a one wide receiver. They have two stud wide receivers. And again, I also point up to what you're also saying too, Nide, about the safety net. I mean, that is huge for a quarterback is having that safety net and Devontae Adams what he was. I mean, I know Mahomes has that safety net. I think it's so important for a QB to have that comfortability with that go-to guy when the game's on the line, when you need that first down or you need that, your 3rd and 2, 4, 10. You need that one guy to catch that ball. And while I think he's got some receivers around him, there's none of them Devontae Adams. And so I just think that it's going to be I think it's going to be the Minnesota Vikings going to take this one. But I do agree. Detroit could take a step up. They had only 3 wins last year. So pushing them to 8 or 9, that gives them another 5 to 6 games of winning. I haven't looked at their schedule. I cannot remember what division they're playing as far as opponents, but they could be okay. I'm not a huge Jared Goff fan, but they could maybe get 7 wins. But I haven't looked at their schedule to know. I haven't cared enough.
So yeah, let's just go into wins then, over under wins. So let's start with the Bears. The Bears are at 6. Over under. Say under. Yeah, I think so.
I think that's a lock of locks on under. Bears have nothing. I mean, that's a great bet. I feel like
they're terrible.
Who's their running
terrible.
Montgomery.
I just don't see nothing on them. And like you said, Knight, I'm not a Fields fan. At least he's never shown to me be anything great. And who's he going to throw the ball to on top of that? I have no idea. So.
Well, they got Mooney, the wide receiver. I think he's pretty decent. But yeah, Fields. I don't think Fields is the quarterback who's throwing the ball, though.
What's their win totals? What's the win total for them?
Who, the Bears? I just said it. 6.
6. Oh, I'm going under all day.
Yeah.
All day. That's a lot of luck.
Let's go to the Lions. The Lions are at 7 over under. The Lions are plus 105 for 7 wins or over. So I would definitely take the over.
You want their schedule?
Who?
Lions.
Yeah, let's see it.
Eagles.
Hold on. So Eagles and Washington. So Eagles first. Are they going to beat the Eagles? Probably not. Go a loss on that one. You said Washington. I think they can beat the Washington.
Then the Vikings.
Ooh, Vikings. I'll give them a loss on that one.
Seahawks.
That's a win.
At New England.
Probably a loss.
At Dallas.
Loss.
Miami.
Give them a win on that one.
Packers.
Give them a loss.
Bears, Giants,
Bears a win. Giants is kind of a toss up. I'm gonna give them a loss.
Bills,
Bills loss.
Jags,
Give them a win on Jags.
Vikings,
I think they could split with the Vikings. I'll give them a loss just to be safe. Give them a loss.
Jets,
Give them a win on the Jets. That's 6.
Panthers,
I think they can beat the Panthers. They have Baker Mayfield. Sucks.
Bears,
Bears again. Yeah, Bears is a win. That's 8.
then Packers.
We'll give them a loss. Yeah, they're 8 and what is that? 8 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they can get there.
I had 6 wins total on that in my head.
Oh, because they're not beating Baker Mayfield and those Panthers. That's for sure.
I'm going under. That's a pretty tough schedule. I think I'm going under on that one. 6. I'm going 6 wins.
Yeah, I mean, I think since I can push on 7, I would take the over. Now, if it was 7.5, I'd probably take the under. If it was 7.5, maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
that's tough.
I'm going under on that one.
What do you got, Doc? Did you pick over under 7?
Over.
Over, yeah. Let's go with the Vikings over under 9.5. We got Buff.
I love it. Over.
Under? Oh,
Over.
Buff don't like the Vikings. Wow. I got over 2, Shane.
They had 8 wins last year.
Who are the Vikings?
Yeah.
Okay. Different year.
No, I agree. Worse NFC than was last year.
Let's go with the Packers over under 11 wins. Under.
I'm going
under.
I'm going probably under, but it's really close. I'm going under because I think 11's I had them at 11 wins, so that was my peak. I had them at.
What is the Packers?
11. 11 on the money. Over 11 wins. You think they're going to win 11 wins? 11 games.
You want to know their schedule?
Sure.
They had 13 last year.
Okay. So here's their schedule. Vikings,
Loss.
Bears, Bucks.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Patriots.
Okay.
Giants.
Okay.
Jets. Washington. Bills. Lions. Cowboys. Titans. Eagles. Bears. Rams. Dolphins. Vikings. Lions.
Yeah, I think they're under. I don't think they get to 11.
It's really close. They get the Bears twice.
I think that's just tough enough that they're not getting 11. Sorry.
I think Rodgers pulls out of those 2 or 3 brutal games. I just think he pulls one out.
I mean, he's capable, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm probably just going to just take the under, but I mean, I ain't touching it. I'm not confident either way on it. But I'd probably bet the under, but I feel like Minnesota is the better pick, and I feel like Chicago is the lock of all locks to bet under in their total. Like, I feel like that's probably one of the biggest locks of the year is Minnesota or Chicago.
Under. I agree.
I think that one's a great one.
Hey,
what were they? Yeah, 6.
What did you say about the Packers? That's what you sounded like. You're in slow motion.
I'm gonna change your name to drive-through boy or drive-through.
Drive-through Jarvie.
I love it.
Drive-through dummy.
Fine.
All right, boys. I guess that's it for all the divisions. We are done with that. On our next podcast, we're gonna try to do one Thursday, and we're gonna pick. We're gonna go over the Thursday night game between the Bills and the Rams, and then we're gonna throw out some predictions for Sunday, what we think is gonna happen on Sunday as well. So we're gonna try for Thursday. So be looking for that podcast in the next couple of days. Hopefully, we'll have 4 or 5 of us Thursday to knock out some bets and some talking about that stuff. You guys got anything you want to add before we go?
So ready for the season to start.
It's football season, baby. I love it.
Yeah.
Go
football.
Chiefs. Let's just roll this thing out. Let's win the Super Bowl. I'm excited about this year. I'm
17-0.
excited about NFL. Let's just roll, man. I'm pumped. Slow motion, baby. Chiefs Super Bowl.
I don't know about that, but actually, since we're here, let's look at this real quick. So, the most current odds to win the Super Bowl,
Got to be the Bills, right?
Bills are plus 375
To win the Super Bowl?
to win the NFL championship. Yes.
My God.
Chargers are 10-1. I don't see the Chiefs. What's the Chiefs at? Chiefs are 12-1. So Chargers are actually right there, second.
Bet that night.
Oh no. No, sorry, hold on. The Bucks are 7-1. Then the
Please.
Chargers are.
What NFC team's got the best odds?
NFC team. I'm not going through all that. They don't have it divided up. But
Gotcha.
So right now at South Point, the Chiefs are 12-1 to win the Super Bowl.
as of right now, well, this was 829. I don't know if they've updated it because today's the 6th or not, but this was 829.
Okay.
But I mean, all of that is that's relative to what if they're getting a lot of money on the Chiefs, then they're going to change the odds, obviously.
Right. No, I was just curious. I mean, it just seems
But,
like a lot.
but the Packers are there at 12-1.
12-1. That's
Chiefs-
tempting. That's
Chiefs are-
tempting part.
Chiefs are 12-1. Raiders are 12-1. Rams are 12-1. Niners are 12-1. So those are kind of your favorites out the gate. Bengals are 16-1. Broncos 20-1. Cowboys 25-1. Colts 25-1. Vikings 30-1. Saints 25-1. Eagles 25-1. So there you go.
It'd be
All
fun
right.
season. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Hopefully we can get together on Thursday. We'll have to figure out our schedules and try to get one up for Thursday. That'd be nice.
Sounds good.
Sounds
All right,
good.
guys. Good podcast today. Peace out.
Peace.
See you, boys.